Come to the zoo, it's what we do. Always walk back. Come to the zoo, it's what we do. Always walk back. Always walk back. Come to the zoo, it's what we do. Always walk back. There's plenty to tell you with Jack's Animal Fun Facts. Jack's Animal Fun Facts. Jack's Animal Fun Facts. The next day, after a long journey, they arrived in the reserve. Panda research centers and breeding centers are dedicated to take care of these gentle bears. So why are they endangered then? Now, poachers are nothing but a threat against the law, but their habitats need protection as well. Oh, and thank goodness people are helping to protect them and their homes. They show them all kinds of things. Food preparation, the hospital, the museum, the breeding center, and a playground too, and a nursery. And did you know there's also a panda kindergarten? Sound like those humans could be their teachers while the cubs are the students. It's like a whole zoo full of pandas. Yep. But there's one panda that was missing. It's a female. Well, let's hope we find her. Later that night, Riley dreamed of the pandas he explored in the land, searching in the Chinese forest. Early next morning, the sun rose over the Himalayas. And Alice could keep her eyes open. Riley felt very good being flexible for using the purple sneakers. Luckily, they're using Wi-Fi and some notes. Well, don't need a notebook, but you can use a laptop anywhere. It was a long climb all the way up in the early morning mist, but they arrived to the missing panda's territory. They searched, and so they began their search for the pandas. They searched high and low, near and far. They hiked along a narrow pathway until they saw a large antelope-like creature called a takin. A shaggy body, face like a wildebeest, and legs of a moose. Then another animal appeared down a snow leopard prowled by. Uncle Max was surprised to notice that there's one in the reserve. He had to tell everyone about this. Before he was about to, there was a loud rumbling sound, and it got louder and louder, and that's when they saw it coming and got out of here just in time. It was a landslide. Whew. The good news is they got out of here. The bad news is they're stranded. So they sent out a message saying, SOS, a landslide washed away our trail. Oh, now we're trapped on the mountain. Please send help. Over the next minutes, things got pretty anxious. The message responded, oh, stay put, we're on our way. They waited until, well, they were searching on for signs until when Riley was picking up some apples for lunch, she tossed one to, well, it was Aunt Martha, actually, who picked some, tossed them to Riley, but it landed in the bushes down the side of the mountain, I'll get it, he called. Then, suddenly, he found the apple in a panda print. He found some tracks, half eaten bamboo, which can mean what? They're panda's prints, which means, he thought to himself. Then, suddenly, up in a pine tree, up there, that's right, there it was, the missing panda and company. Riley looked at the apple and knew what to do. He set the camera closer and got back, wait, setting the apple down here to it. Oh, to his delight, the panda climbed down, picked it up, and settled back into the tree. Riley ran back to tell the others, I found our missing panda, he called, and she's got a baby. It was just what we suspected. Uncle Max took a picture of a mother panda and her cub. Riley emailed the message to the research center. You've found our missing panda. Is she okay? She looks great. And the healthy young cub she got here. It was just what we thought. Panda bears give birth to cubs in a secluded den. She must be trying to find a place so she can have her baby in peace. It was best for her to be all alone. The rescuers led them down the landslide when they arrived in their helicopter and all the way back to Wollong. As a reward for their discovery, Riley and Alice got to play with some small toddler pandas in the nursery. Since Riley was able to attract a panda, the scientists are going to add apples and rice and vitamin mixture. There's a special to feed the pandas. This will help them adapt quickly. I like apples too. And that is how Riley got and very flexible. He even got new pairs of sneakers. He told everyone about his adventure. In fact, I'm going to write some messages to help professionals about helping animals, including about pandas, on our minds. Yeah, I'm great at sending messages. It's what I do. And as a matter of fact, while this is a great story to share about, being flexible is a very smart idea. And I'm really glad that panda is all right. But you know what else? What? I have another story that I might share with you, even though they can be great examples for others to learn. How's that a good thing to it? Well, my friend, I'm going to tell you the story about a panda cub who met a very friendly creature. Well, mentioned giant cat bear. He also met a cat named Sagwa, and I'm going to tell you all about it. Sagwa, the Chinese Siamese cat, and the Pandamonium. Pandamonium. By P.D.S. Kins, Amy Tan, and Gretchen and Scales. It was a dark and stormy night. Rains poured, winds were rough, waves so nasty. He rolled along out at sea, and thunder and lightning flashed. She, Shigwa and Dangwa, Sangwa's brother and sister, were shaking with fear.
Worst storm I've ever seen. Me too. Takes more than a little storm to scare me.
Don't be boastful. Lucky they're safe in bed and so cozy. The next morning, his mother arrived, and their mother came to see them.
Now this afternoon you must play outside. The magistrate is having an award ceremony for a very brave hero.
What hero, Mama?
Last night during the storm,
He saved two people whose boat was sinking. The very boat we saw in this part of the story.
Really? Wow, that's brave.
So under no circumstances can you be in the palace this afternoon. And as a reward, tonight I'll take you to the heroes' parade.
Everyone was excited. While walking in the garden talking about it, Jungle wanted to be one. He'll be take more than time in your covers, Sagwa teased.
Who's that?
Just then they heard a rustling sound. Jangwa was about to use his kung fu here when he got closer. They heard a big noise rustling around and went to the attic to tell Fufu the bat about it.
Never heard of anything big and ferocious around here, but if it makes you feel better, I'll check it out.
Oh. The little bat flew off to find it.
I thought, they're just a bunch of scaredy cats. Keep up.
When he noticed the panda below, he flew off to tell him about it. What was a giant panda doing around here? This is a very puzzling question. They thought it might be an opportunity if they want to go after it.
There. I have a perfect plan.
Doesn't sound like a good plan to me. While Dangla and Fufu at the back and make noise to get attention. They go away in, and just the net was dropped.
No! Drop the net!
It didn't go well this time. When the panda bear appeared out of the bushes, it's just a cub. And very young. Jangwa was not too pleased to see about this, but when he approached the cub, he ran off to the palace. Making sure not to disobey, they make sure that no people will watch him walk and notice the cub here. Careful.
The magistrate does hereby decree that Ji Jun Feng performed with great heroism in the of great adversity.
They followed the three kittens and the bat here, followed the cub all the way upstairs, right to their bedroom.
Which way should we go now?
When they noticed which way it went, they knew it was any chance. Listen, sit it in. They hadn't shouted, and cub began to cry.
What do we do now? I don't know. Talk to him, I guess.
Exactly. I was going to suggest you should help it out. That's a very noble idea. In fact, I myself tried to suggest that very thing earlier and be very gentle with it, because also one thing to consider. Oh, talkative, sorry. The thing is, panda bears are very sensitive to noise, so be considerate about their ears.
Hey there. I'm Sakwa. I'm Ling Ling. Why are you crying, Ling Ling?
The cub explained the thunderstorm scared him last night, and now he got lost.
That's for my family.
When they realized how the whole story here, he didn't want any trouble. So what can they do to help?
No, I just want to go home. We have to get him out of here and back to where he lives. What about being heroes? We'll just have to wait for another time.
And a bigger risk.
Only putting his own facing
Sorry,
danger head on and with unnerving courage.
I don't know, Dangwa. Are you sure we have to do this? Trust me, no one's seen him yet, but we can't take a chance. Okay, Ling Ling, nice and slow to the door.
It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy sneaking out. And if you ask me. Finally, they arrived in the alley.
Sorry, it was getting too hot in there.
Well, that's because pandas don't live in hot places much, but during the summer they use water or shade of trees to cool off. Where does the giant panda belong?
Back home in the mountains, it's nice and cool. You live in the mountains? Well, that makes it easy to get you home.
So that's exactly what Shigwa, Dangwa, Sagwa, and the rest of them did.
There's only like a gazillion mountains around here.
Gazillion isn't a number, or fufu. It's actually really a word. And that's why it's the other way around. It was a long trip, but it was a glorious, beautiful habitat.
So, what do you like to do for fun, Ling Ling? Oh, you know, eat bamboo, watch bugs, clean the waterfall.
That gave Fufu an idea when he heard the mention of a waterfall. Oh, in a mountain.
A waterfall! I know a mountain with a waterfall. You keep walking back, and I'll go see if I can find Ling Ling's family.
This was a big chance. The long journey was a little while.
Looks like you'll be home soon, Ling Ling. You can count on Boo-Boo.
Before they're doing well so far, so good. Then came trouble. An Asian wild dog was coming after him. Oh. They ran as fast as they could. They climbed in the tree to get away because it's the safest place. Excuse me. Shigwa didn't was surprising. I didn't know pandas climb trees.
Really? We somehow are called giant cat bears. I guess that kind of makes us cousins. Interrupt this family reunion.
How should we get that dog to go up? And how should we get that wolf to go with?
Noise together. Maybe we can steer it that way. 1, 2, 3.
Suddenly, there was a weird growling sound, and the mangy black mud scrammed.
Wow, Ling Ling, that was one weird noise. It wasn't me.
It turns out it was Ling Ling's mother. Sagwa and the gang have found her at last.
Must have got some dirt in my eye.
And late that afternoon came the great ceremony when they arrived at the mountain waterfall.
I want you to have these necklaces as awards for helping me and my little Ling Ling find each other again.
Bamboo leaf necklaces. Very interesting.
You are all heroes.
Every Jangwa, Shigwa, Fufu, and Sagwa were very proud.
You heard what Ling Ling's mother called us heroes. Big heroes.
Hope it gets the parade on
Who
time.
says this parade goes all the way back to the village?
And that is how they met their new panda friend and brought back to his natural habitat where they belong. It was a very smart decision. And in fact, and when it comes to taking care of wildlife, it's very important because this amazing story reminds us to take care of all animals. Animals at risk, but it doesn't seem bad at all. Shigwa, that Siamese cat, and has animals of all friends with all animals of all kinds. Did you know that? May seem weird to you. That's. Oh, excuse me. Oh, glitch here.
World. I guess I'm just one among many.
Yep. But it's time now to talk about what we learned today. When it comes to helping an animal, the right thing to do is think things through of how to help them. And learn information how you can help them. And also, what's even more, Foof back something to show you.
This girl in Australia has some unusual pets.
Actually, there's
That's
this girl in Australia has unusual animals here because her mother is a wildlife veterinarian, like the time she helped this baby ring-tailed possum. The goal is to help animals
But the goal is to help the animals get better as fast as possible so they can return to their natural environment.
That's a very smart thing to do to help this creature. Just a friendly reminder, pardon me about the little fiddling. As I was saying, the panda is a wild animal. So remember, the goal is to, it's very important to look after something. And well, I was going to tell what we've learned today. There are some things what you should know. Learn when you get to know more about endangered animals, or you share your facts. It's great to be a good helper to everyone and all. It reminds me of the time of a little 5-minute version. One day, Chip the little pig was just helping his best friend Puddle, who was learning to look at something when solving a puzzle. He was looking forward to seeing something. Pandas, example. When you learn something when solving a puzzle, like that book I've read, you can get information and problem solvers too. So what did he do here? Well, when this member was on available, these pandas that are entertainers, Lin Ling had introduced to the new members is here is Shen and Wu. Well, his little brother. And here's the rest of the family here. Li Ling, Hong, and Wen. Pandas, when it comes to panda families, boy, did he solve the puzzle, which is, I'll say that for later. But let's get back to the focusing on, I guess we got real excited about pandas, just like those people in the zoo here. I think I've discovered another thing what I've learned. When you're very excited, it's best to watch what you're doing. And what did you learn from all those stories? Yes. Making smart decisions is not always the easiest thing to do here. But sometimes thinking things through can be the best, including leaving it to a professional like a conservationist or a zookeeper or a wildlife protector as well. Everyone's professional in their own way, which makes them special just as much as a panda. Speaking of which, I better check on my little teddy pandas back in my bedroom to see how they're doing. See you later.